Hey, welcome to the Grace Over Grind series, where we talk about what it really takes to stop starting over and finally feel like you again. Now, if you've been stuck in the all or nothing thinking, like burnout from dieting or feeling invisible in your own life, you're so seen here. I'm Cassie. I'm a coach, mom, and a woman who has been through it. And I'm here to walk with you into a softer, stronger, and more sustainable version of your health journey. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to episode 14, Overwhelmed. Before beginning, you're overwhelmed and you haven't even started. You've been thinking about starting. You've been planning, preparing, waiting for the right moment, the perfect schedule, the ideal energy, the motivation to magically appear. You've downloaded the guide. You've saved the workouts. You've made the grocery list. But every time you go to begin, you freeze. Your chest gets tight. Your thoughts start racing. What if I mess up? What if I can't stick to it? What if I fail again? So instead of taking the first step, you stay stuck in the cycle of overthinking, doubting, and quietly giving up before you've even began. So today, we're diving into something that so many of us struggle with, especially when we've stopped believing in ourselves. That heavy, paralyzing feeling of being overwhelmed before you even begin. Let's talk about why this happens and what Grace has to say about starting small, scared, and still moving forward. Why you're so overwhelmed. All right, let's be honest. It's not that you're unmotivated. It's that your brain is already 10 steps ahead, anticipating the failure before you've even started. You feel like you have to get it all right from day one. You think if you can't commit 100%, it's not even worth trying. You believe that one slip will mean starting over again. That's not lack of discipline. That's perfectionism in disguise. You've been taught that health means extremes, that starting means overhauling everything, that success has to be impressive to count. And when you hold yourself to those expectations, no wonder you feel overwhelmed. You're not starting with compassion. You're starting with pressure. What this is costing you, okay? This cycle of overthinking before you begin, it's costing you more than just progress. Get your pen and paper. Write this down. Because you need to have this front and center of what it's costing you. That way you're reminded. See, it's stealing your confidence before you even give yourself a chance. It's keeping you stuck in preparation mode where you feel busy but aren't even moving forward. It's reinforcing the belief that you can't trust yourself to follow through. And worst of all, it's teaching you that if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. But here's what I want to gently challenge you. Say this to yourself. What if progress isn't about doing more? It's about doing what matters. Consistently, imperfectly, and with grace. Here's what starting can actually look like, all right? Let's reframe what it means to start. Get your pen and paper, write this down. 4 things that it doesn't mean. Starting doesn't mean overhauling your entire routine. Going to the gym 6 days a week. Cutting out all sugar, all carbs, or all fun. And having a perfect plan. Those are the 4 things that starting doesn't mean. Okay, here's what starting means. Write these down. Number 1, drinking a glass of water when you wake up. Number 2, going on a 10-minute walk when you feel anxious. Number 3, adding 1 veggie to your lunch. Number 4, practicing being kind to yourself when you mess up. I'm going to say that again because this is the one that needs to sink in, and you really need to make sure you spend extra time on this. Practicing being kind to yourself when you mess up. You don't need a full plan to start. You need a first step, one you can actually follow through on, even on your busiest, messiest day. Grace says, you don't have to do it all today. You just have to do the next right thing. So now we're going to go from overwhelmed to in motion. We're going to move the needle, okay? Here's how to break the cycle of being overwhelmed before it even begins. So keep your pen and paper out, write these down. There's 3 of them. Number 1, you're going to choose one thing, not 5, not 10, just one. What's one small thing you can do today to move in the direction of who you want to become? Number 2, lower the bar. Not to give up on excellence. Let me say that again. Not to give up on excellence, but to give yourself a chance to succeed. Number 3, celebrate action over perfection. Did you show up? Did you choose something over nothing? That counts. Those are small wins. Those matter. I want you to celebrate those because you are celebrating action over perfection. Because it's not your intensity that creates transformation. See, it's your consistency. And your consistency is built in the moments that you want to quit, but you choose to keep going anyway. So if you're sitting in the middle of overwhelm right now, frozen by the pressure to get it right, afraid to start because you're afraid to fail again, I want you to know this. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to take one step. Even if your hands are shaking, take that one step. This is Grace Over Grind, where we let go of the pressure to perform and we choose the courage to begin. Imperfect, overwhelmed, and still moving forward. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need permission to begin. And this is it. This is your time. This is where you're going to begin. You got this. Keep going. Okay, well, that brings the Grace Over Grind series to an end. Man, I'm sad to see that we're at the end, but I'm so excited because I'm ready to see your new beginning. In this series, we covered all the way from where you don't have to be perfect and there's no all or nothing mentality. All right. The part where you didn't believe in yourself, where you had guilt after you slipped, you felt defeated, unmotivated, how you thought that self-care was selfish, how sometimes you felt disconnected from your body and you were overwhelmed by all the noise going on around you. You had a fear of failing. You were always starting over, always tired. Sometimes you even felt invisible. And you thought you had to hustle to be healthy. Then you went through body shame. And you were overwhelmed before you even started. Okay? So at any point, when you start to have any of those creep up and they just start taking over your mind, I want you to come back, revisit one of the episodes, and let it sink in again. Because you are worthy, you are seen, and you, my friends, have an amazing, amazing life ahead of you. God has great plans for you. So I'm going to leave you with this. I want you to take one step, one action step. What's that going to be? Choose your one thing, just one thing, and go forward. Because now, this is your time. You're not putting this off. You got this. Let's go. I hope this felt like a deep exhale. If you needed to hear this today, take it as your sign that you're not behind and you're not broken. Want support or a next step? DM me the word grace on Instagram at Cassie_Covey. That's Cassie, CASSIE _Covey, COV as in Victor, EY. And I'll send you a free resource to guide you forward. Until next time, give yourself grace, drink some water, and remember, you're worthy of showing up for yourself also.